Salam Chabibis. Welcome in, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome and hi from the top. Where does it start? Wait, I have to... It's always a bit weird. With the chat tool I'm using, it shows me the previous chat as well, so I always have to catch where today's stream actually started. From the top, hi Korenchkin, hi Harry, hi Ophelia, hi Welle, hi Birklicht. Welcome in, welcome in. And Harry, thanks for the 60 consecutive streams. These numbers are getting wild. I'm even more tired than yesterday, interestingly, but here we go. We want to finish some games. Also, in case you couldn't tell, I switched the filter thing again. It's been troublesome, so I just wanted to go back to what we had before, even though it's not perfect. When I watched the VOD yesterday, the artifacts were too disturbing, so we're back to this. Hi, why is my camera like Dutch angle? Redeems are still off? Yeah, true. I haven't fixed that. Let me put that on the list. It should like do it automatically when I start stream. Sorry about that. Wait, I can maybe I can do it now. You know, we have some little warm-up time. I still have to kind of wake up a little bit. My eyes are feeling super dry. It's very hot still here. We still have like 28 degrees outside. Let me check. Yep, 28. And it's not gonna drop beneath 22 the whole night. Thanks for the hydrate. Yeah, so I played around with the filter stuff a bit and I realized, yeah, I listened to the VOD and I realized there were some pretty heavy artifacts when I started speaking sometimes, as Vela described it. I tried fixing it, I couldn't fix it. And then I just switched it back. So here we are. Also, everything's broken at the moment. Hi, bro. Welcome in. Thanks for the red to blue. I didn't hear it because I have to fix something. Give me a second. I had a work day today and I had to figure out a few camera and audio things and I had to switch them back and forth. So now everything's back to broken. Let me do the music on here. So do you hear music? You do. I don't though. Okay, I gotta fix that quick. Ah. Okay. Ah, now, oh god. I'm so fucking annoyed. This fucking roadcaster is doing the weirdest bugs that it hasn't done before. Now the only thing that fixes it is like unplugging the cable every like a half day. I have to like give my anger a bit of room right now. It's been already super frustrating to get everything else fixed with changing up all the stream stuff. Now this. Okay. Music is very quiet. Might have been the track. Yeah, might have been the track. So now the redeems are open and I should be able to hear them again. Because it's on a different fader. How's the Invincible? Looks gorgeous from video screenshots, but don't know whether it's my thing. I think it will be definitely your thing. That was almost... That was like hacky hair, grace to hair. You know what I mean? It was like interleaved. Nice one. And hi Mimi, welcome in. Thanks for the 3 consecutive streams. Just lurking around. Happy lurk to you. I hope the temperatures in Ireland are bearable. I think they are compared to here. So back to your question, bro. It is definitely your thing, I would say. It's a very mysterious sci-fi narrative game. Boy, I'm dying. Well, do you want to do temperature comparisons? Okay, sorry, I don't want to like dismiss any sort of heat, but if you're dying, I'm sorry to hear that. For us, it's horrible at the moment, and I mean, today it's okay-ish. Still, I'm getting to my limits, but the weekend's gonna be horrible. That's for sure. Hast du Sommer, können wir es abschaffen, Jam? Ja, was soll ich sagen? Ich habe meinen Bruder neulich gefragt, ob wir mal wieder dieses Meme rausholen können. Ich weiß nicht, ob du das kennst. Das ist einfach so eine pralle Sonne und jemand, der eine Knarre auf die Sonne hält und darüber der Text, es reicht AMK. Ich habe das Meme leider nicht mehr gefunden, sonst hätte ich es auf jeden Fall mal irgendwie verteilt. Yeah, bro, so let me just wrap up the question. It's a very, very, very immersive sci-fi narrative game, and it's actually pretty good. I think it is done. It is probably, I don't know what to compare it to, but it's definitely worth playing. Okay, I have to restart my stuff again. Oh my god. Ja, genau. Aber bevor du das spielst, es gibt noch 1000 andere Games, Bro. Ganz ehrlich. Okay. Everything's breaking. Give me a second. I have to fix. I feel very, very terribly stressed right now. And maybe you can tell. I feel very, very anxious because somehow everything's fucked up. And I have to fix that before we start playing. So give me a bit of, give me a few minutes, and also Dankeschön. Bear with me is what I wanted to say. So I have to fix everything here. Music's broken and it keeps breaking on my ears. So that's the problem I'm trying to fix. I'm gonna restart my mixer. Hello again. There we go. Okay, now I can talk again. There's a reason why Welle is pronounced with a W in the beginning. Dankeschön, Welle. Okay. 1000 andere Games, Hollow Knight, ja, Bro, du musst Hollow Knight und Silksong. I mean, da führt kein Weg dran vorbei. Ich meine, das sind längere Spiele, aber du musst. Nein, du musst natürlich nicht. Und ich würde es auch nicht rushen. Aber nimm dir das auf jeden Fall mal vor als ein Long-Term-Projekt. Und vielleicht lieber als, ich würde sagen, eher als die Invincible. Mach. Mach einfach. Außerdem, ja, es ist auf jeden Fall worth it. The sun here is a little stronger than over there. It says 29, but it's like German 36. Oh, I didn't know. That is hard. 36 goes hard. Okay, let's fix that shit as well. I think one of the reasons why things are bugging out more is actually the heat. I think the hardware is failing more. I hope it works now. I don't know. Let's see. Ich überlege, ob ich es auf der Switch 2 in den Urlaub nehme. Nee, Bro. Nee. Nee, das Ding ist, das ist ein Precision. Also, ich habe Hollow Knight auf der Switch gespielt und hatte eine relativ horrible Time, also mit dem Spiel, eine relativ horrible Time. Nicht mit dem Spiel, sondern mit der Latenz. Eine horrible Time. Und habe erst später gecheckt, dass die Performance und die Latenz auf der Switch 1 zumindest, aber auch Controller-Latenz, das Spiel unnötig schwerer gemacht hat. Du hast ja selber schon gesagt, dass auch 1000 Times Resist nicht so gut optimiert war und so. Ich weiß nicht, ob ich das auf der Switch spiele. Ich weiß nicht, vielleicht gibt es auch andere Erfahrungswerte, aber ich würd's nicht auf einem Handheld spielen. Würde sich lohnen, wenn du einfach ein bisschen weniger Input-Delay hast bei dem Spiel. Es ist wirklich sehr, sehr high Delay empfindlich. Aber probier es aus, wenn du es eh schon hast, sag ich mal. Also wenn du es nicht extra kaufen musst, probier es aus. Aber ansonsten will ich ja auch zugucken. Ja, das Problem ist, glaube ich, die Input-Latenz mit Controllern und so. Ich weiß nicht genau, wie optimiert das ist bei der Switch. Okay, sound seems to be alright now. I hope my voice is coming through okay. I know there's a little bit of artifacting, a little bit of background noise, but like, believe me, if I wouldn't have the filter on, it would be horribly loud. Take your time. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's been a few rushful weeks for me. Jumping from appointment to appointment and then squeezing in like 3 to 4 streams a week. I start to feel it a little bit, so I need to find some relaxation with the stream as well. And not only, I mean, I made my life hell with like swapping out the stream setup stuff with the Twitch features, but I think we're going on a right path at the moment and it seems all right. But then the heat is doing things to the hardware, that is doing things to my brain. Yeah. So what did I miss in chat? We're already in deadly laser mode. We are. Yeah, we didn't leave house today until like 5 o'clock, I think, because of the UV stuff. Dankeschön für den Hakophilia und für den Bonjuk auch. Dankeschön, Dankeschön. Sieht man leider in der Szene nicht. Well, I know someone who's hyping it up, so it was just an educated guess. Well, okay. I don't want to... You usually don't see me hyping up things. But I can confidently say that at least Silk Song, and I think you have to play... There's a reason, okay? There's a reason why you have to play Hollow Knight first. But I'll come to that in a second. But I can confidently say that Silk Song is gonna be a 10 out of 10 game for me, and it is a game that brought me so much joy, which like just in total, you know, like just not just the story, not just the vibe, or not just the gameplay, just the whole package is just so fabulous. And I want you to see that experience. I want you to play it as probably like you wanted me to play Elden Ring, to experience that, right? And I can tell you that I am going to at some point. I really feel after playing Silksong, I kind of feel more confident to play Elden Ring at some point, and I really want to. But yeah, Silksong, I don't want you to miss out on it, like for real, for real. But then also, I think Silksong is kind of a. It's like, you know, when you have a game that is already difficult, and then they bring out a DLC, and that DLC just ups the difficulty. It just basically continues from where they left off, you know, and then they take it to 11. And I think that's what Silksong is doing, which I find a bit odd because it kind of pushes away players that might not have played the first one. And I think there are some things that might come easier or feel more expected if you played a Hollow Knight before Silksong. So I think it's kind of similar if you would say, I don't know, play Elden Ring first before you play any other Souls games. In that sense, like people always tell me, if you start with one, start with Elden Ring, and I think you have to start with Hollow Knight before you do the Silksong thing. So that's why I'm telling you, like, maybe try Silksong on the Switch. If you're playing Silksong, play Hollow Knight on the Switch. If you're playing Silksong, give it a go somewhere where you can stream it, because I want to watch you play it. I think everybody does. Like, there's so many people who really enjoy watching a Silksong playthrough. It has so many twists and turns too, that you are actually you can be very overjoyed watching people play it, because it's just so surprising at some points. Yes, thanks for the clarification and even upping what I said, Korenchkin, except that Silksong is starting from the difficulty of the 4th DLC. So there's a lot of frustration with Silksong, particularly because they start at such a rough difficulty. Not particularly in the first hour, but they just up it so quickly that you really have to have played the previous one in order for it to make any sense, and even then it can be frustrating. So yeah, I really do hope you get to it. I will play Elden Ring at some point, and I will play it on stream. So it's just that it's such a long game too. I think I will have a break between those two long games, and then at some point, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's gonna be Christmas thing to play Elden Ring. I don't know. When I have more time and less heat to occupy my energy. You give and you take. Big Brother always gives and Big Brother always... No, that's the Lord. I don't want to compare myself to the Lord. Oh, Lord. Giveth and taketh. Hi, Halo Joe, welcome in. Let's go Finale, ja. Ich denke, ich hoffe. Es ist jetzt schon fast 10. Wir müssen uns ranhalten. Wir gehen gleich rein. Did I miss anything else in chat? Yes. Danke auch, Jam, für den Hack. Dankeschön. You sound completely fine. The mic sound. Okay, cool. That's good to hear. Let's keep it like that. It's Klimaanlagen season. It's AC season. I'm just gonna keep that filter, and it's all right. But yesterday when I like rewatched the thing, it was in parts very disturbing. But okay, okay. So let's get into the game then. Why is the camera always moving around? I still haven't figured out why that is, but it's okay. We can switch it. I was almost about to click Silksong now to play it. I was like, oh, nice. And then I was like, no, I have to wait until Friday. Why? Oha, nach dem Jog. Jetzt noch gejoggt? Alter. Also ich habe Sport noch am Montag gemacht, wo es hier kühl war und dann habe ich jetzt erstmal die Tage keinen mehr gemacht, weil es mir einfach zu warm ist. Aber ja, es ist, kann schon praktisch sein, aber bei uns ist es auch eher so mehr schlecht als recht, weil wir haben eine Altbauwohnung und es funktioniert nur so halbwegs. Also Bro, The Invincible ist auch gut. Aber ja, du hast auch noch so viel auf der Liste. Und Oktober, November wird auch nochmal busy times, you know. Das ist dann sad, ja. Bisschen. Yesterday the glitchy sound added a little extra horror. Yes, it did. Invincible ist aber auch kurz genug. Ja, stimmt. Aber trotzdem. Es gibt so viele andere Games. Außerdem will ich mit meinem Bruder auch noch, Bro, wir wollten zusammen on-stream Routine spielen. Still on the list, still waiting, but also it's kind of on me because I'm still waiting for the glass faser to happen, which, oh my god, I don't even know. So we can play this. Genau, ich habe 5,5 Stunden gespielt und das ist on-stream-Zeit. September, Oktober, November muss ich Sabbatical machen und die Games alle zu spielen. Ja, das ist das Ding, Bro. Ich habe da auch so meine Probleme mit. Ich werde, glaube ich, hier und da mal ein paar Tage frei nehmen können oder so. Nee, ist kein Koop-Game, aber wir wollten das zusammenspielen on Stream. Quasi wie ein Couch-Koop. Nee, das ist ein Singleplayer-Horror-Game. Aber weil es mir selber zu gruselig ist, würde ich das, also wir haben früher, meine Geschwister und ich, immer so auch Horror-Games so auf der Couch zusammengespielt. Ja. Und wir würden das dann hier so über Parsec machen, also über so Game-Streaming. Aber dafür brauche ich Glasfaser erstmal, damit das ordentlich funktioniert, dass ich dabei noch das dann noch gleichzeitig auf Twitch streamen kann. Das geht dann gar nicht mehr klar. Jetzt vor allem nicht mehr, seitdem wir jetzt 1440p Streaming haben auch. So, wir gehen rein, wir gehen rein. Let's start. Okay, bro, don't get yourself spoiled. Also, go start playing Hollow Knight. Oh, now we see the loading and the saving indicator for real now. Interesting. It is a bit off. It's not super symmetrical. Okay, I readjusted a bit the ratio between voices in the game and the rest because I realized yesterday everything was quite a little bit too loud. So I want to do some adjustments here. This kind of, let's go one more. This kind of looks like 75%, I would say. And then we go a bit quieter in total. Okay, here we go. Spoiler terrain from now on, right? Be aware. Beware. Also, it's such a nice detail, but also I'm not sure if that is astronomically even possible, that a moon is so close, but maybe it's not that close. It just looks like that. That you can actually see the shadow being cast like that. I would well, I mean, it all depends on the sizes, so yeah, probably I can't generalize that statement. So, but also, have we always seen this planet with the moon? Yeah, I know. The Mondfinsternis. I heard of it. Yeah, but for some reason the the size ratios in this kind of feel off. I don't know why, but probably it doesn't make sense. It's just my flawed human, yeah, perspective that assumes things about sizes which never really works. It's not size that matters, it's mass. Yes, that's correct. Are these physics-based loot jokes? I love that. Damn. It's just facts. Okay. I just remember the SoFi. What does SoFi stand for? Is it like soft lo-fi? There's no size in the equation, it's just mass. Okay. But it also, yes, of course, it doubles as a loot joke. Oh, die Sonnenfinsternis. You just remember the Sonnenfinsternis. Okay. All right. Let's get into the game. So we stopped here last night. I think this is right after we fled the cave. Hi, Keksi. Welcome in. Sonnenfinsternis implies the existence of Lonnenfinsternis and Hinnenfinsternis. Sonne, Lonne, Hinne? Wait, what? I think I need an explanation. Oh, the lo-fi. Okay. And the hi-fi. But what about the Seinenfinsternis? Like Psy with S-C-I, you know? There's a dead man. I don't even see it yet. The name ends with off. I was lucky to see the Sonnenfinsternis in 1999 on the Schwäbische Alb. Yeah. I wasn't with you then, though. Sad. So if one of them is very dense and the other one is not, unless one is so big it would literally collide with the other, there's little problems. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's true. I keep forgetting that. Hello. What are you all up to? That was Pepsov outside. Hmm. That's when we were there. Keep following the road to Condor. Condor. Where's my car? Wait, there must be a gap in the cable somewhere. How did I enter this? Here? Because the cables don't let me run. Okay, I can go here. That's weird. Okay, so we came from there. We're continuing around to the left. Yeah, sometimes being able to jump would be nice. I guess they constrained it for gameplay reasons, or even simplifying the traversal to keep the traversal more like streamlined on one path. Let people not exploit jumping up mountains and stuff like that, I guess. But yeah, sometimes it would be nice. So I guess this is the path to the left now. It is. What are these craters on the wall? It kind of looks like somebody placed the force field right there. Interesting. Oh, they just shot paths into the walls, maybe? Yeah. Yes, Yasna? You were saying? Although what? Okay, there's a way back here. Wait, maybe first let me get closer and then we can turn around again. Oh, these are the boulders? Don't let me pass? Yeah, okay. Oh, it doesn't let me drive anymore. I have to get out? Ah, come on. I wanted to explore the other way. Hi, Robin. Welcome in. Hello. My eyes are getting dry. Again. It looks like these boulders are basically stacked on top of the force field, so when we remove it, will the boulders fall down? That would be wild. I mean, they probably heard us already. No. Hello? Oh, I see a helmet looking towards the ground. And another one. They're dead. Everybody dead in this game. Oh, Scheiße. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's something messed up with time. Yeah, please stop the overlapping. Oh, my brain. Yeah, there's something messed up with the time. Maybe we're jumping in time back and forth, and these are like different slices of. Yeah, I don't know. Also, let's deactivate that. The last recording in the vehicle was from. Also from day 26. Yeah, so he repeated himself every time redid the recording. It's always day 26. Yeah, interesting. But apparently the men in the cave already had grown beards. Ah, I'm thinking. Is it possible? I mean, just um physics based. Yeah, physically speaking, is it possible to have time dilation that is making the where the difference is very much apart, and that happens on the same. I can't really describe what I'm trying to say. Can you have like a heavy time dilation effect even on the same planet? Is day 26 the name of the planet? Local, yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, can you have, we all, probably most of you watched the movie Interstellar, and like when you, oh wait, I mean, that is already an effect that they show there, right? They land on this very large planet, and when they come back to the ship in orbit, the time has passed differently for them. Like time went faster for them. And then when they come back, it's been like 30 years for the guy. Oh, 26 days after. Oh, wait. Sorry. No, I was just in my thoughts still. You mean the 20? He's saying 26 days after something? I didn't realize. Okay. And hi, Val. Welcome in. So what I'm trying to what I'm trying to say is, but I'm just mumbling. I can't formulate any thoughts. Is it possible that even on the same planet and on the surface of the planet, there are different zones where time moves differently or something? I don't know. Oh, you're making it. Okay, that was a reference. 26 days after, yeah. 26 days later, no? That would be later. You mean the zombie one, right? I think that's later. Um, but that wouldn't explain. Yeah, the Danny Boyle one, yeah. That wouldn't okay, thanks game. That wouldn't explain why he kept repeating the same day within the radio message. There's something off about it. I mean, the explanation for that would be he's experiencing the same day over and over, or he at least thinks he does because something messed up his memory. Yeah, I don't know. It's too hard to think. But then how would he know? Yeah. Know how time moves for him probably. He'll know how time moves for him probably. Yeah, I mean, exactly. That doesn't explain why he said 26. Absolutely not. But I was thinking maybe there's something to... No, actually, it doesn't make sense. I'm ready to be surprised. If the game even wants to tell us at some point. Let's see. Maybe just continue playing. I know, I will. Sometimes I just like to throw out some ideas and see if they stick to the wall. So this one's still on. The game would have told you already if you had made different choices, by the way. Oh, for real? In your playthrough by now you knew more? Lepiot, hello there, welcome in. That is wild. Okay. Let's put this thing off. How do I put it off? I tried that a second ago and then it came back. Okay, let's go back to the rover then. The game has an official explanation? Yeah, okay. That's good. I heard a shot. Yeah, but weren't the cameras also protocoling the date to be the 26th? I don't know. Hmm. It's a mystery playthrough now. Why? Why? I guess we'll never know. The game will tell you. What do you mean? I'm getting confused. I'm very easily confusable today. Confusable, is that a word? I can be very easily confused today. I am already confused. Is that the right direction? Let's see. I mean, I guess that's the only road we haven't taken so far, so. There's a hill. I mean, the gun wasn't working, it was broken. I'm as clueless as you, so give clue, please. At least Jasna seems to have figured it out, but maybe not put it clearly enough. No, I mean, what she said, I understood. I think, but let me sit on it and let me see what the game else tells us. I think on a surface level, what she said is basically the guy thinks he's he basically has amnesia, so he keeps repeating the day, right? And that is, I think, all I got from what she was saying and all we got from the radio message. I'm not sure if there's gonna be a deeper thing to this. Let's see. Okay, so they want me to exit, no? Yeah, they do. You're doing great. Thanks. Thanks. I hope I do. It's warm. My brain is not braining as always recently. Absolutely. We can still discuss this after you finish it. Should it remain open? Sure, sure. I would enjoy that. We still don't have a flashlight, do we? Kind of. I mean, we do have something, I guess. And the car is gone. I guess it's below the horizon. Let's go back to the dark caves. No, it's light here. I feel like I'm going the wrong way, to be honest. Is it the right way? Maybe I shouldn't have gotten out. Yeah, I'm going places that I shouldn't probably go. Okay, sorry about that. I have to go to Rohitra, so we have to get to the hideout. So this is wrong. I just felt weird when the car prompt showed me exit. I was like, okay, that happened before. The car stopped. They wouldn't let me continue. And then I had to exit. So this time I thought it would be the same. I guess it's not. It's so hard to see in the darkness. It is. Okay, it's actually on foot time. So let me see. So this is 26. In my playthrough, this happened during the day. Oh, okay. It's so funny how different it can go. I get so disoriented in games without maps. Interesting enough, I have great sense of direction in real life. Just does not translate. That's interesting. I guess then I would say game interfaces fail you. Or there's a certain thing about navigating in the real world physically in 3D. I'm wondering if it would translate well for you if you would play a game in VR. You know what I mean? Or the thing is, there's more than just sight. There's probably more at play, more senses at play, like touch and also maybe subtle smells or whatever could also be, and sounds. Yeah, it could be maybe a try to figure out how it works. Okay. He has a full arsenal? There's a ship over there. So we can go down this way. Wow, that looks so 60s. He's in the car. In the van. He forgot us. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That sounded like a Bond title. It's broken. Yeah, understood that we know. Yeah. Great job, Jasna. 100 days. 428? Or 28 waves later. That makes sense. Uh-oh. Help Rohitra defend. Yeah. Gimme. What? This is a shooter game now? It's dark. But chill. There's hills everywhere. I don't know if I'm doing it right. It doesn't shoot even if it's green. It looks green to me. Maybe it's different on stream. Okay, it's blinking yellow and green. Okay. Okay, I have to pause because I feel like ja, ich raff's gar nicht gerade. Ich druck die ganze Zeit. Ich raff gar nichts and I don't want to don't want to be failing at this point in the game just because I don't get the interface. So let me do this slowly. There are 4 LEDs. Only 3 of them are lit up. They are blinking. between yellow and green. So I'm not sure if that means I only press the shoot when they are on green, or generally it's okay as long as they are lit up. It should be able to shoot once any of them is green. Yeah, it didn't work. I pressed RB so many times and I aimed. And I pressed RB, it didn't work. I was in aiming mode. Shooting is LB. I think LB is aiming and RB is shooting, but okay. This is messed up. It's RT, yeah, and the asymmetry killed me. Like aiming LB but shooting RT, I don't think I've ever had that in a game like this. I always expect the symmetry. Either it's both shoulder buttons or both triggers, but that one was weird. My bad. I messed that up royally. Holy shit. We will just be overwhelmed. I already see it. Okay, I'm doing something wrong, it seems, because it's repeating now. Let me see. Now we continue. Okay. He's gone? Oh man. I just feel so annoyed by the fact I didn't get it in the with the shooting. Defend, attack. How do I get in there? Ah, I missed the prompt again. Nice, there's 4 seats. I'm coming with you anyway. Is that a choice? No, we don't have a choice. Wow, that sound. Don't feel annoyed. The only difference is that you're missing an achievement for killing. Yeah, okay, thanks. What? What is this? Oh, that's a rocket ship of gargantuan size, I guess? That is huge. Damn. Holy shit. I played this with mouse and keyboard, and there's left and right mouse button. Okay. Yeah, it's weird that they made it asymmetrical. And I guess these are, again, some song lyrics. It's not that hard, they said. It sounds easy enough, they said. Yeah, I'm being slow. Just a big, gigantic tower, is it? It just looks like a tower. Oh my god. Let's do some industrial espionage, shall we? So there's a force field here too, huh? That kind of protects us at the moment. Okay. I don't think it makes much sense to walk around here. Maybe it does, but it's also pretty far to run. Trying to sleep but will be interesting since it's even warmer than yesterday. Yeah. Good luck with that. Oh man, it's pretty warm in here. Sleep well, Kixie. Night night. Thanks for being here. I hope you can sleep and get some rest. Wish you all the luck. Okay. So the reason for the invincible being scheduled to come here is to retrieve this guy. I can't get in this one. Oh, they're nice. They allow me to go back faster. I think that's it. Okay. Let's not prolong this. Let's get up the ramp. Oh, Condor written as in German. Condor. This gives me icky vibes a little bit. What happened to the lighting? Oh, it's just game engine things. Novik, are we the goodies? Are we the baddies? Ooh, this looks nice in here. The lighting, like something makes it look very, very naturalistic. I don't know. It's also the structure on the concrete. Nice texturing here. Okay, everywhere we go, we see dead people. Yeah, everywhere only death, dead machines, dead people. Condor. Ah, You have to play it safe. There could have been enemies in here. The problem is if he fell asleep in the meantime, he won't know us anymore. Did we make sure that he writes the things down or something? He has to remind himself. It's also apparently the Polish spelling. That makes sense. Quite less, a bit less icky. Absolutely, yes, yes, yes. I just something about the kind of brutalistic looking bird icon. You know what I mean? That in combination with the K. But yeah. Okay, maybe some of them, they might have a card, no? They don't expect me to go into the dark here. I don't think the game wants me to do that. But also, yeah, we need a card reader. There was something here. Oh. That was easy. You had the same initial reaction? Yeah. I think we are, in that term, I think we all are similarly conditioned, you know? So, Rohitra probably doesn't recognize us anymore now. Sometimes wonder if we failed to pick up the flashlight in the beginning. Maybe! It feels like it sometimes. Oh. Oh, the game's stuttering quite a lot right now. This looks so nice. Okay, there's the infirmary, I guess. We have to take the center elevator. Let's go towards the light then. We had a flashlight when we checked Kova's eye movement. Korean chicken farm remembered. We did, yeah, true. But it's a small one, no? It was like a one for the eyes. Let's build more houses like this one. You mean like this circular structure? And hi, please, welcome in. Ooh. This looks so nice. More flexible and modular and fancy infrastructure. I understand, yeah. Definitely appealing. Modular is always good. And flexible as well. In general, I like all modular things. Wait, didn't we already have this question when we played Blueprints? Leonard Hofstadter is definitely the name of one character of the TV show Big Bang Theory, but also, isn't he named after another scientist? And is that an actual, I mean, that it's probably not an actual book because it says Interplanetary Commonwealth, but Leonard Nimoy, yeah, that would be Spock, no? But I think Leonard Hofstadter or Hofstadter in general was also mentioned in Blueprints at some point in the credits, I think. I like all the round corners. Yeah, it gives this friendly vibe, and I think that's the reason why I immediately had this positive reaction because everything's rounded, you know? It's not the kind of sci-fi where everything has sharp edges and it feels like it's trying to kill you. I guess part of the alien aesthetic is similar to this, which I think is kind of rooted in the decade that it was made in. So if you think about Alien Isolation, I could see this frame on one of the ships. I mean, not quite exactly like this, but it's more there than on any cyberpunky sci-fi game that has been made in the 2000s, which is not trying to conjure a retro style like Alien does. It's a bit colorful for an alien ship. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. That's true. The colors are really, really stark here, which I do also like. We need more colors generally in the world. I think one of the things about modern aesthetics that really kills my joy is the colorlessness, like everything being minimalistic and, you know, just shades of beige and white. And I think that's also a bad sign of, I don't know. It's just generally giving fascist for me. But also that was scary. I do enjoy a little bit of, how do you call this? A little bit of extra, you know, a little bit of color, a little bit of extravaganza or something. Don't have it boring. It's Douglas Hofstadter, the author of Gödel, Escher, Bach. Okay, okay. That's a different Hofstadter in the Blueprints credits. That's okay. I see. I see. They all know their name dropping game? Yeah. Or hexagons might be also fun, or rounded hexagons somewhat circular at the corners. Oh, actually, I don't think I've seen rounded hexagons too often. I might have to pay attention. Let's see. Where are the 45 angles? 45-degree angles on every edge, not real sci-fi. Exactly. Why is it that we only have this one particular mainstream sci-fi vision of things? It's so boring. So I think this is one of the parts of this about this game that really makes it more enjoyable. It's not necessarily that it's like doing this retro aesthetic, but it's something different to what we have currently going on. If you look at the if you look at any sci-fi game at the Jeff shows, it's always, yeah, 45-degree angles and Sharp edges everywhere. I'd like to have a bedroom like this with all round corners like a cabin in a space station. I do find this particularly cozy in here. I gotta say. I do. I also really like this kind of bunk thing. It's just so it looks so cozy. I think there's definitely some opportunities in here to put something to lie down on, which is not your bed, because I don't like to lie down in my bed during the daytime. So like a couch would be nice. But yeah, it looks like a cozy place, and even the bathroom is directly attached to it, and it's dark in here, but it also looks pretty rounded, I think. Pretty nice. It's a little bit psychedelic as well, yeah. But I think that's due to the colors, I would say. People have to live here, make it nice. Exactly, yeah. And I think one of the, I don't know, if it's, yeah, modern sci-fi game aesthetic, why, I mean, if you're creating a horror game, it kind of makes sense if that you would make it look horrible. Which game actually was it that commented on this? Let me think about this for a second. There was a game we played recently where they were actually commenting on how horrible everything looks on that space station or spaceship. Oh, that was System Shock. I think that was System Shock Remake, where they were commenting and saying, wait, well, they made it like a labyrinth and everything's very, very disorientating. That's because they wanted to uh, manipulate people, or I don't know, like oppress people with it a little bit. There was a comment on that. Maybe you remember that, Kolanchkin. Maybe I'm misremembering, but there was something how they were like trying to explain why the level architecture of System Shock Remake was so unbelievably hard to navigate, even with a map. Yeah. If you're doing a horror game, of course, then then it kind of makes sense that you would have sharp angles and everything's very weird and dark, and disorientating. But if it's like actually, if it needs to be coherent within the lore, then it needs to look like this rather, because people were actually on the ship trying to like live here and do their job, and yeah. Hexagons are bestagons. Yeah, there was this video. I remember that one. I like hexagons. I guess apartments are not to live, but to make money in this part of the current timeline. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's like Arbeiterbehausung. More like that. Because Triop corporate are bastards and are running psychological experiments on their employees. And of course also because the original was like that. Yeah, yeah. So that was the explanation. Okay, so let's try to finish this. These old Gründerzeit flats in our town are a reminder of another times. Garlic living. Yeah. Maybe. Wait, since I'm already kind of out, let me just take a short break. Short ad break, and also I can go to the restroom quick. And then we continue with the final.exe. See you right after the break. All right, we're back. It's like 26.5 degrees in my room right now, even though I have the AC running. It's rough. Selber rücken, Korenchkin. I'm just trying to collect my thoughts if I wanted to say something else before the break. Still 29 in here. Oh my god. Oh my god. How can you even like... how can you exist like with 29 degrees inside the apartment? Rücken, yes. False translations. The Gründerzeit thing, actually, Belle, I think, wasn't it like, you know, this Gründerzeit Altbau, like old buildings that in the front where you had these light flooded and sun flooded apartments, they were for the rich people, and then the backyard dark apartments were for the workers, like for the bourgeoisie, and then for the worker. Wasn't it like split like that? And now these days both of these parts are like merged together and it's just one apartment. I thought that was the thing. That's the nice part. I don't. Not actually nice. So like existing. Yeah. Oh man. Let's see. We have 26 outside and 26 inside. So that means oof, another 2 hours until I can open the windows, I think. Until it goes down enough to open the windows. Existing, not even once. 22 minimum. Yeah, it doesn't drop below 22. And I thought we had the same here plus. I thought we had it these kind of tropical nights only incoming on the weekend, Saturday to Sunday. But apparently that's how it looks like at the moment. Starting from Monday, it will drop substantially by 15 degrees. I mean, dropping from 40 to 21. That's 19 degrees even. I don't know how that works. Let me check if that's still the case. Oh, it doesn't drop apparently until Tuesday, which is 25, and then Wednesday 22. Yeah, okay, so from Sunday to Wednesday and 16 degrees drop. Okay. Ay. You're right, I mixed up things in my mind. Yeah, that's I thought about it while I was on the break and I was like, oh, maybe wasn't it like the split thing? I vaguely remember Pliss also being in Berlin, but I might be just misremembering, I think. There might be some infos shared in the past, which I wouldn't comment on unless Pliss wants to comment on them. Very much Berlin. Okay. Can't recall any spikes of EM radiation. Why wait, why would you? Recall what is it with EM radiation spikes? Okay. Let's finish the game. I think we're very much at the end. And yeah, I think we can finish it comfortably today. Oh, that's what you mean because of the game. Okay. Because of the remembering. Okay. I wasn't inside the game. Like, I haven't switched scenes yet, so my brain also hasn't switched scenes to the game. So my memories were lost because of scene switching, not because of EM radiation, but I see what you did there. I didn't see what you did there unless you pointed it out to me. So you had to explain your joke, which I'm sorry about, but that's how it is sometimes. Let's put this game to bed and then forget that we finished it. Might happen at the end. I don't know if we get swamped by the things. Let's see. Stream number 26. No, please. Folks, do you have any idea how many sessions we already spent in Silksong? Do you want to venture a guess? It's not the longest game yet, but it certainly is up there now. So, for those of you who haven't been around for that long, last year's Blueprints took us above 60 sessions, I think. Yeah, Blueprints. I think 65 or 66 or so. Pretty wild. And Silksong is getting up there. You guess roughly 50. Okay, it's not that high yet, but we're nearing the 40s. Yeah. And I think probably just below that is Disco Elysium, which is around 30 sessions, I think. Which I don't even know how I did that. Was it 30 sessions? That sounds a bit excessive. Maybe your memory has been reset by walking through a door frame. It's a thing. Oh, yeah, that's the door frame ADHD effect, right? I heard about that. Like when you switch rooms, your mind switches scenes, basically, and then your short-term memory does this dip. It's basically, I don't know if it's an ADHD thing, maybe I'm misremembering, but it's this effect like when you do a thing and or you're about to do a thing and then you switch the room. Sometimes you're like, oh, but what was I just gonna do? And then you forget because you just switched rooms. I'm explaining it wrong, I think, but something to the effect of that. There's a door frame effect, but maybe that's just like pseudoscience, Vela. I don't even know if that's like a proper, if that's just a urban myth kind of thing, or somebody actually analyzed that. Yeah, it happens when you switch browser tabs during the heat. That's similar, yeah. Okay, so that is actually Val also knows this one. Memory has a location contextual component to it, which does make sense. Like when you think about it, it does make sense. So when you switch the location, it can do things to your memory. Wait, what is a DBLP? What did you want to go to DBLP to for again? I might not remember because I switched rooms. I'm sorry. The DBLP computer science bibliography provides open bibliographic information on major computer science journals and proceedings. So, okay, so when you go there, you're like, oh, wait, what did I want to get again? I see. So, we just got the card. Now we can go use the card. Let's do that. But also, this place really screams to be explored. The Lyra constellation, yeah. There's Vega as a sun. Current location, Regis 3. Yeah. Atmospheric composition, nitrogen, 78%. Argon, I guess. AR should be argon. 2%. Actually, O2 only 16%. Question mark though. Okay. I think they mentioned that earlier in the game how the composition is exactly, but I forgot the exact numbers. It was not unsimilar to Earth, but also not that ideal, I think. What is that? Let's read. Through skull interneural stimulator, commonly known as the grave tapper, user manual. Function, registering the last conscious records of an already dead brain. Why do they have a device like this in the game? I wonder. Method. Sending electrical impulses through those nerve fibers which in the terminal state formed a functional entirety. One should proceed along the lines of the following scheme. Use TIS to cleanse the skin of a deceased forehead. Attach 6... Oh, just okay. Just clean it. Attach 6 flat electrodes with elastic tape to areas labeled in the scheme. Set dials in the apparatus according to the provided values and activate TIS by pushing the start button. Take on headphones attached to the apparatus. Observe the last records of the deceased's brain. Attention, the foregoing manual should be applied only in the case of a recently deceased or a deceased in an early stage of decay. The results of this examination are deemed uncertain and potentially unethical. We have academic concerns about this, don't we, chat? Regarding earlier, it's called the doorway effect and it is backed by science. Nice. It actually has a Wikipedia entry. Thanks, Vela, for sharing. So they're able to access the memories. Was it memories? The last conscious records. Okay. It's dark. How far does this go? I just remember in Dead Letter Department in the very beginning when you are like exploring the hallway for the first time, it has these very dark corners where you actually don't know. It's so dark, you don't know if you're actually like continuing to walk. You have to turn around to check and walk backwards, which is like what I was doing here. Slightly wrong link. This one is better. Türschwellen effect. Okay, I guess the one... Oh, the other one is from Simple Wikipedia for simple language. This is where we came from. This is where we explored. Got the card. Okay, let's go. Wait, I forgot. I went... I haven't been doing this one yet. Okay. Stuck. Chondrites. Achondrites. I don't know. Meteorites. Something something. Rocks. Oxygen tank handling in the field. Okay, this door works. Some equipment. Somebody was just doodling because they opened the thing with the flies in it and everybody dead. That makes sense. Shit. I think this is the first time in a game where we actually see corpses like this exposed. Which is pretty creepy. A plaque commemorating the 1000th voyage of the Alliance beyond the solar system. Reminder, during every field mission, please keep in mind the universal moonwalk regulation. The rule stipulates that when on the surface of celestial bodies other than Earth, your movements, gait, and method mobility should be adjusted to the specific conditions of that location. Detailed instructions for movement will be provided by a designated member of each unit. Yeah, okay, a lot of doodling. There might be a memory machine working here. Maybe. Yeah. Professor Azima found outside the base on the 24th day of the mission. Symptoms: lack of awareness, akinesia, mutism, amnesia, no response to complex stimuli, cause unknown. Wake up set to the 46th day of the mission. Time for research process 22 days. Yeah, that tracks. All right, something else here. Block H. Doodles and doodles everywhere. Condor signage as usual. Alliance. More cigarettes. Some podcast gear. This probably was a podcast booth. Okay, so we have this and we have this way. Does this open? It doesn't. They were so advanced. Yeah. I mean, they needed to get their propaganda out somehow, so the podcasts were a good medium for that. But it's also interesting because from the start of the game, this group of people, the Alliance, were kind of pictured as this antagonistic group of people, right? And I don't think that anything we saw of them points to them being like the baddies. You know what I mean? I think it was just, yeah, painted through it was just painted with a competitive brush or something. I don't know, like Novik was always telling us about them, some things that sounded bad, and I don't know. Maybe I forgot the backdrop to this, but also there's Spluskas in here, one of the guys from the cave. And then there is who's here in here? Nobody. Maybe it's already like frozen. I guess this is a cryo chamber. Hibernator. There's a body, yeah. What about this one? Landor, okay. So who's this? Let's see. More cards? We don't need them. Post hibernation. Yeah, you need to take a day off after hibernation. Wow. This game just looks so great. Damn. Professor Azima, I guess? Oh, yeah. Yeah, could be. It do be pretty. Very, very so. Soporific? What does that mean? I don't know that word. But I guess it's yeah, it's like a sleeping stuff. To put someone into deep slumber. Sleepy drugs? Yeah, yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. But also, okay, I'm a bit unsure about my exploration here. If this is just for lore purposes. Well, I guess I just collected an item, so it's not just for lore purposes, but there is still the elevator in the center of the thing, and I think I just need to go back at some point. Maybe I'll do it now. Let's try this way first. Yeah, this is new. More dead people. Somebody shot through this while sitting here. Ah, it's from French. Soporifique, from Latin sopor, deep sleep. Unrelated to stupor, distinct and Proto-Indo-European. I'm a bit in a rabbit hole. Simple Wikipedia is indeed Wikipedia in Simple English, so the link was not wrong. Yeah, it is. It is Wikipedia in Simple English, yeah. Probably gonna need this syringe for later. I think we do, yeah. There is none in German. That's bad, yeah. Would be nice. I think the German Wikipedia has the second most articles from all the Wikipedias, but still, yeah. This guy dead. Medical note. The patient on the day of the admission, organ functions normal, body temperature normal, CRP normal. Visible anxiety disorders affecting dyspnoea. I don't know how to pronounce that. Accelerated ECG, lowered benfluorex, and sleeping problems. Interview. The patient has been deepening his knowledge about the reversal in astrophysical phenomena throughout the recent years. 3 weeks and 2 days ago, he formulated a theory of a white hole, the antithesis of a black hole. According to the patient, a white hole expels what has been absorbed by a black hole. I remember a game. And when a white hole and a black hole move closer to each other, a tunnel may appear in between them. I remember games. Diagnosis, anxiety neurosis caused by severe stress, a strained work of the brain in the evening or night hours, and body fatigue. Conclusions. The patient did not define what kind of formations potentially expelled by a white hole and previously absorbed by a black hole implicitly in another dimension caused such a strong anxiety reaction in him. He also didn't specify a reason why the mentioned tunnel would threaten his sense of security. However, his repeated words and created drawings indicate a direct connection between the hypothesis and anxiety neurosis. Recommendation: immediate discontinuation of research, close medical observation, and anti-stress therapy. In case of no improvement, a monthly hibernation. Okay. Somebody was having some pretty rad scientific thoughts, and they thought they have a condition. Yeah, DWiki is indeed the second largest after NWiki, yeah. But can you guess what's the next few places? Number 5 will surprise you. Simple Wiki is 7, by the way. No, I wouldn't be able to guess. I don't think I have any clue. Okay, let me try. I'll say 3, 4, and 5 are China, India, Turkey. Maybe. Not everything everywhere is for us. Mixed feeling on this chart. Interesting. Interesting. What is this? Oh, I read this one. I thought I read it here. No. Okay, I'm losing focus. I need to focus. More drawings. Protection against the flies. Chemical methods. GABA can be given to the crew before going to the Regis 3 surface. Too long waiting period before taking effect. Significantly reduces the crew's ability to perform tasks. What is GABA? GABA probably stands for something that is commonly known. And I don't know it. Soap. Is that because it's behind the wall? And then they barfed up. Ugh. Ugh. I'm standing in it. Yuck. Okay, now I lost orientation. Let me go back. We came from this way because I started coming in from... Oh my god. Where did I come from again? I went in here, and before that, I went in there. Then we had the dead bodies. Right, so... Originally, we came from here. Going to the lobby. So let's continue. We are looking at Biolab A. Doesn't open. We're going to Biolab B, which is this one. This is the... I was reading it as I was reading it as a conjunction word, or, but it's operating room, I guess. Nice. So let's check out the operating room then. None of those three are even top 25. Oh my god. Sense focus. Thank you, please. I caught the focus. I have the focus. I am focused now. I love to go to the eye doctor and the eye chart spells out the meaning of my life. Yeah. Imagine it gives you like life advice while you read it. Can you tell me what's on the sign? I can't read. Welcome in, Kurt. Yeah, it's not too important. It's just like, you know, these life thingies, the life mottos. Okay. Welcome in, welcome in. Wait, never mind. I had the wrong list. The wiki is only third, and Chinese wiki is indeed number 12. I think that's Chinese, right? No, should be. I know GABA from learning about brains and drugs. Ah, so it is a drug thing, no? Don't worry, the throw up is cleaned by the soap. No. Eee. Turkish wiki is 26 though. Okay, still number 5. Will surprise you. It's Swedish? Oh, okay. And Cebuano is number 2. Okay, which... Is that spoken in the Philippines? I think it is, no? Yeah, it is a Philippine language? Yes. Still on my language game. Still going strong on the language game. The list of Wikipedias. Okay, okay. It's irrelevant for menstrual things? Okay. Good evening, Senpai. What's popping? We are trying to finish this game. It's pretty cool, pretty vibey, and the look of it, the graphics and everything is pretty nice. We're about to finish it. The story is getting to a close soon, so that is popping at the moment. Let's see if we can finish it tonight. How are you? Gamma aminobutyric acid, blah 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 blah, is the chief inhibitory neurotransmitter in the developmentally mature mammalian central nervous system, reducing neuronal excitability throughout the nervous system. Okay. See also GABA gun life. Okay. I want to explore space again, but I guess future me stole my TARDIS. That is a thing from Hitchhiker. Right? I think I heard that. Or Doctor Who? It was Doctor Who. Okay. Okay, let me try to... That was the operating room. try to refocus on the game because I'm losing focus very easily right now. There's another note here. The machine introduces point magnetic impulses into the brain, causing a depolarization current, which stimulates the selected area of the cortex, as well as other areas. Consequently, tissue neuroplasticity and neurogenesis will increase. Preliminary hypothesis. This method will allow subjects to learn language again and understand complex social situations. Recovering memory, however, is possible. They were trying. But what happened? Like, wait, how did they die like this? They were basically all currently working, right? And they just dropped dead. Is there an explanation for this? I'm not sure if they explained this quite. Azima's brain shows activities similar to those of a newborn, while re-stimulating the brain restore consciousness. Treatment: transcranial neuronal stimulation. The use of a grave tapper. Potential restoration of cognitive abilities. But what about memories? Yeah, so they were trying to get people get people's brains working again. Protection against the flies, electric camouflage. The wiped out brain shows little electrical activity, and according to the latest report, flies are no longer interested in their victims. That is... So they have agency? They're not just doing it like because... Because they're just reacting? Conclusion: we need to hide the activity of healthy brains. Cap of invisibility. This thin metal mesh under the hair. Emission of weak electrical impulses, imitating an erased brain. No available test objects. Without further tests, this just is a prototype. So they go for active brains. EM radiation, yeah. Douglas Adams did write several Doctor Who episodes, though. Interesting. Poison? Atmosphere? I got no idea. Setz den Aluhut auf. Yeah, so these flies somehow only get attracted. Maybe it's the, like... I mean, they said that. The activity of the brain, whatever happens there, neuron-wise, like with the transmitters and everything, is something that attracts them. Maybe they feed on memory. Somehow, in a weird, abstract sense. At least they wipe it out. What if the whole thing basically just absorbs memory because it does something with it? Like, it collects memory? And maybe wants to preserve it, like in other games that we've played recently? Okay, so I came from... I actually don't remember. No, I'm lost. I thought this was a sign, but... I mean, it is a sign, but it's not like a directional sign. It's just where we are. So I guess this is the way back. We got a lot of lore. The thing is open, and we have a card. I must lurk to not use my creativity here to distract you, but for my short stories now, have fun writing with the short stories. I remember you telling us that a while ago. Memory flies, good concept. Thanks. Yeah. Memory flies, as does time. And happy lurking to you, please. So let's see if we can finish it soon. B1 bridge. Wow, that view though. We're gonna get jumped now. Hello? Okay, so there's no time pressure. Let me enjoy the view first because that looks just stunning. Very close. Very shiny. That's a lot of red carpet. Is it even carpet? I think it's like PVC, like linoleum floor or something. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. I'm with you. I don't think this is a wise choice, but we'll just go with it. Oh shit. Oh shit. This is so scary. It won't. Okay. There's more coming though. It's going up in the sky. Oh my god. Yeah. There we go. Broken. Thing's dead. Holy. The cloud is here. That's why. Yeah. What do you think, man? How do I find out? Use the radio station to contact Novik? Is that the rate? It's the podcast booth. The podcast desk. No? No? Where do I go? Missiles, communication over there. Oh, is this a puzzle now? Wait, what do I have to? I have to get to D4. Okay, I see. Do the thing. What? Why you? There's the cloud. Oh, I don't like where this is going. Yeah, that's how it looks like. Yeah, but we won't save anyone by taking revenge. Yeah, I I also don't think they are sentient. These machines aren't consciously hostile towards us. Yeah, they do react. Yeah, that's why they also altered the robots and everything. Yep. Mm-hmm. Let's do a discussion now. Let's go. To put it simply. Yeah. The invincible. It's not the ship. Yeah, I don't think it makes sense because they said they feed off radiation as well, right? So if we put like was it atom bombs? A hydrogen bomb, I think, but that also probably creates radiation, and I don't know if that really works. We shouldn't attack. They don't have a nest. I don't think the invincible ship will do anything different here. We should just bounce and put up a big ass space sign saying, please don't go to this place. This is no place of honor. This is no place of glory. Right? Nuking the sun. Nothing of interest is buried here. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Sorry, I have missed chat a bit. I'm so curious what's going to happen now. Oh my god. Have you tried magnets? Electromagnets, perhaps? Like EM fields? Yeah, the aliens don't like waveforms. Er darf auf gar keinen Fall einschlafen und das vergessen, sonst müssen wir das alles nochmal erklären. Genau. Ja, wir haben jetzt aufgehört zum Glück, Welle. Atom bombs are nuclear fission, the other one fusion. In ratio to their destructive power, they produce less radiation than atom bombs, but they're still that's what I was thinking. I wasn't like super sure about it, but I thought there might be quite a bit of radiation still. So you say evac, Robin. Yeah, that's what I would do, I think. Nuking the sun? So they die out? Hmm. Well is going full all-in destruction. Couldn't the flies just become von Neumann probes and affect more than just this planet? I'm inspired. Oops. I don't know what a von Neumann probe is. I just know what the von Neumann architecture, or I used to know what that means, which is the foundation for the modern computer, I think. Accidental inspiration, just the worst. Don't you just love that? Of course we do. Let's evac. And we should make sure that not a single rogue fly is hiding on the evac ship. I don't think that is possible, actually. We will be contaminated. There is von Neumann machines, which is the more likely reference, yeah. Self-replicating machines. Same von Neumann, though. Okay. Ah. Okay, evacuate. Come on. So? Yeah, but no. Okay. Yeah, let's bounce. We're not waiting here for the invincible because they are not informed what to do. They will bomb the place. They will just make things worse. You should. You should. Please write it all down. Yeah, take our diary. Take the diary. That's nice of Novik. You good, bro? You're taking it? Ooh, you managed to talk him out of it? Well, are you telling me you didn't? Didn't they talk about the Invincible before? Can't remember the details. Yeah, yeah. The big ship. The mothership, basically. The big one. Oh, you did too. Okay. Nice. What is... Wait, I don't want to activate something that is just a prompt next to the warheads. What am I supposed to do now? I'll take out my diary for you. Here. I mean, it's my map diary, whatever book. What do I do now? Do I just leave? This feels like I need to still say something. Oh, maybe it's the hotspot for laying it down. Oh, it is. Thank you. Why is it next to the warhead thingy? Why is it next to the button? I was so scared that you might still press it. Open the dome above the landing pad. When she was like, Astrogator likes big ships. And then the Astrogator was like, he likes big ships and he cannot lie. But I wasn't sure this was still possible after how your visit to the hideout went. Yeah, still worked. Still worked. See? And you neither, my friends. We're all human. This whole faction thing is bullshit. Okay, let's go. I guess. LP. Landing pad. Oh, that's the dome that opened. Nice. One last time, soak it in, chat. Abflug. The clouds, they are coming. We need to go. What the fuck? No. Robin, you were onto something here. Nothing. Keep the jar with the flies. Nothing. Throw away the jar with the flies. Come on. We've watched enough sci-fi stuff and played enough sci-fi things to know that it is not a good idea to take it with us. For sure, I'm gonna throw that shit away. You're keeping it right? Right? I'm sorry, Korenchkin, if you wanted to see a different kind of playthrough, this is not the one. Okay, throw away the jars X. You are seeing a different playthrough. Oh, you gotta tell me what happens if something happens. Later, though. Let's enjoy this. Thanks for the hydrate gem. I was just taking a sip. Wow. This was such a... I mean, the term like atmospheric game is probably used very often, but this one kind of stood out in terms of atmosphere for me. So, pretty well done. I also do like how they actually present a explanation for the scientific things going on. I must say I haven't like completely grasped it. I understood the explanation towards the end, but like there are some gaps of understanding how they came to these conclusions, how they came to this theory of, or if it's just a theory. I guess a rewatch of this might help with filling in the gaps as well. Thanks for the GGs, everybody. Thank you. Is this the good end? That's a good question. I don't know if there are different endings. Let's see what Korenchkin writes. So remember when you had the choice of going to the Hopper landing site or going to the Alliance field base after escaping from the city? Yes, that was the first fork in the game where I was like, wait, why do they give me this choice? What is going on? Okay. I went to the landing site and the cloud attacked the hopper and made it crash. So in the end, I stayed with Rohitra to wait for the invincible. He tries to stay awake in the hibernator, and I went to meet the flies for one last time. Music is quite loud right now. Is it still? Let me know if it still is. It's the menu music. It might be a bit louder. Wait, that sounds so different. I can wait. I mean, I can turn down music, of course. Why not? That's wild. So much like narrative branching in the game. And the flies formed a face, suggesting they are somewhat intelligent. At least they probably mimicked the faces, maybe, of the humans. Apparently, there's also different endings where you don't manage to talk Rohitra out of nuking the flies, and then you can either use the EP drugs or just let it happen. If you still have a lander, you can escape with it then. Hi drone, welcome in. What? Didn't experience that. Yeah, there seemed to be. Yeah, we had the syringe, we haven't used it. So, oh man. I didn't really expect the game to have so much branching. That's incredible. Also, it's possible for Gorsky to survive. Yeah, I do remember you reacting weirdly. No, wait. Someone, I think maybe Drone was reacting weirdly. Someone was reacting weirdly in the chat, was like, Ole Piot? Someone was like, Gorsky's dead? I was like, wait, why? I just thought that to myself, I think. So basically, when you wait for the invincible, there's no escape. Yeah, it seems like it. I just was the second one to react. Weird. Oh, okay, okay. Yep, I saved Gorsky too. I gave him my oxygen, which made the cave traversal quite a bit more interesting. You find a new oxygen canister on the rover. That is so wild. I didn't expect the game to have so much branching stuff. That is so cool. I gotta watch a few YouTube videos of this. Also, we learned, I think it was Val saying in chat, this is actually the prequel to the novel. So I now do understand why you ordered the novel, Korenchkin. I might actually check out if they have an audiobook version of it, because that might be the next thing I want to listen to. I just realized that we basically played the commies. Commonwealth was a bit distracting as a term. Did we? I mean, it was Commonwealth Industries. Yeah, could be. Yeah, but I don't know what other indication there would be. Commies versus allies. And in the credits, I saw a lot of Polish looking names. Yeah, because the game is by a Polish studio. It is by Polish devs. Or what do you mean specifically? Surely this is not a thinly veiled political commentary? Surely not. But also I wouldn't know like which faction stood for what. I don't think it was as clean cut. At least to my heat to my melted brain. Oh, so you mean okay, because one of them was Commonwealth, the other one Allies. It sounded like communists versus allies, like in the Allies. Okay, I see. Is that what you mean? I guess I could see that, yeah. Hi, Tom. Hello. Also, the commies were red suits, the allies were green suits. Well, for me, they were orange and green. But also, why would that matter? I mean, red I would understand. The green I don't. I thought our suits were orange. But yeah, fantastic. So yeah, it looks orange and green. Green like military camo? I see. So do you know, Korenchko, what happens if you keep the jar at the end? That would be nice to know. Yeah, okay, you don't know that. Okay, that's fine, that's fine, don't worry. I don't know if that came through. I don't think it did because of the filter. I had a rim shot going on here. For the ending was jaw dropping. So funnily now the game thing tells me we played for almost 12 hours. How is that possible? Yeah, I think the time tracking of that one tool I'm using is wrong. This one says 8 hours, but GOG actually says 12 hours. Yeah, it doesn't come through because it goes through the same audio lane, which is problematic, but that's for another time to fix. But also not for today. I'm tired. Yeah, it's closer to the 4 streams. That makes sense, right? 4 times 3. Nice chat. I'm really happy we played this. I have to think about the story a bit more. In case if you want to talk about it in any sense, feel free to do that in the Discord. In the Discord thread. In the forum post, I mean. Good night, please. Thanks for being here. And lots of fun with writing to you. Okay, let me move the game to done. I think I know what I want to play next. I'm gonna keep it lighthearted. I mean, we're still playing Silksong, of course, in the next stream, but as a secondary game, I mean. So just schedule things. This week's there's only going to be one more stream, which is on Friday, which is in 2 days. That is going to be the last stream of the week because the weekend's going to be hell temperature wise. And then I'm just going to sit it out until the temperatures drop. And then we will continue next week with a new game. But on Friday, for the last stream of the week, we're going to play Silk Song. It's, yeah, the primary game. So Silk Song still is going to be the secondary game, but yeah. We're going to start something lighthearted as a primary game, and we'll continue with that. I think that makes the most sense at the moment. What's it going to be, though? Do you want to have a spoiler, or do you want to be surprised next week? It's not too fancy. Maybe. For some of you, it might be, but also, I guess not for most people. I prefer the spoiler. Yeah, it's always better to know beforehand, right? In case you want to make time to be here and stuff, which I always do appreciate. Yeah, I'm thinking about, I can show you. So I like to mix things up a little bit, swapping like the serious games with a bit more lighthearted games, the difficult games with the more easy games, and the long games with short games, right? We had a kind of serious and shorter game right now. I would like to play something lighthearted and shorter, but it can be difficult. So I'm thinking about Mina the Hollower, which I just want to like, you know, in German daddeln. I just want to play a little bit of Zelda like with a map and stuff. I know there's a bit of similarity to Silk Song, but still. I don't feel like I want to read a lot, so Waxheads kind of falls back at the moment because with this whole noise level here, it's hard for me even to like concentrate on my own voice. Cold Wake is just too close to TR49 for now, so I'm putting that off for a bit. And Still Wakes the Deep is too close to the current game. And the rest of these are kind of puzzle games I'm waiting to play with my sips. I don't know if they will have time soon. And Routine also with my brother. So it's actually just these 4. I might actually fill up the first row again with a few more games that we threw out when we did the big cleanup. Yeah, the quite a lot of reading part is what scares me with Cold Wake. Cold Wake. Totally relatable. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think the thing about Mina the Hollower is I think it's difficult, but it's just a game, you know? It's more gamey than story-y, if that makes sense. Okay, what do we rate today? Okay, chat, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna rate someone who we haven't rated yet. Who I think met on someone else's stream. I think I met them on just right before my Twitch ban happened. I met them on Sigma's stream. Sigma is the puzzle streamer we rated a few times, who's also very much into puzzles and hard games. And I then met this streamer person who I immediately followed because they were also very much into puzzle games. And I'm just seeing their streaming the demo of the new game by The Witness Dev, which I don't want to say their name because I actually don't like the person, but I actually wanted to check out the game myself. I didn't get the chance to check out the demo. So we're raiding over to Treeleaf, who is currently playing Order of the Sinking Star, and I want to go check that out with y'all and say hi over there. And yeah, come with me, say hi as well if you like. I'll rate you over right now. Let's do the correct correct spelling. We got it. Let's rate over there. Come with, say hi. Treeleaf is a sleepy, chaotic blob ready for some cozy puzzling, which sounds really right up my alley at least, and I hope also right up your alley. Thanks for being here, everybody. Have a good night. Sleep well. Good night, Plus. Good night, Welle. Good night, Korenchkin. Good night, Robin. Good night, Rücklicht, and everybody else who's been here today and in Lurk. I appreciate you. Good night, Lipjot, as well. And see you all on Friday for our continuation of Act 3, The Abyss in Silksong. So until then, free Palestine and bye.